The road to Scottish Summit starts here. This is the Power Platform Podcast. Join Rex de Koning, Ana Inés Urrutia de Sousa, and Paddy Byrne as they talk to the Microsoft community about their stories.
Hello and welcome to the Power Platform Podcast. I got it right this time. I almost got it wrong. We're on the road to Scottish Summit 2024 in Aberdeen on the 18th and 19th of October. I got the month wrong there. I said I was going to say November. Right, on the 18th and 19th of October 2024 at the P&G Arena in Aberdeen. I'm co-host Paddy Byrne, Microsoft Biz Apps MVP.
Hi everyone, it's Anna. I'm also an MVP and I'm lots of other things, but I will not bore you with that.
I'm Rex de Koning. I'm not an MVP, but I do work with Azure infrastructure.
And I'm Sara Fennah. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, primarily also an MVP, and working on Rex.
Welcome, Sarah. Welcome. This time will come.
We'll see.
Okay, good. We're trying to find out how the dynamic goes of this podcast, as you can see. But Sarah, we've been discussing, we're going to start with an icebreaker, and we were thinking about ways where we can get to know you that are not technology-wise. Because I know you do lots of stuff in the technology world, but you do some other stuff and not the technology world. So we were discussing, and we've seen that there's a constant across all the events about you and your nails.
Mm-hmm.
So Paddy came up with a very smart question, and I'm going to throw you in front of the bus here. If you had to do someone's nails, dead or alive, who would be and which design?
That's a really difficult one. Whose nails? Now, I was thinking when you were leading with that you were going to ask me what I was planning for Scottish Summit, and I have a plan. But I guess I would actually want to do family member. I'd want to do my mum's nails.
Okay.
As to what design, I'm going to pretend I'm artistic and I can actually paint nails, because there's a reason I go to a lady who's very good at them rather than doing them myself. And I would do miniatures of each of the family members.
Oh, that's super nice.
Very good one.
That's
really
so
good.
Cool. And would you do them like a certain style with the cartoons or with the caricatures? What sort of style would you do them in?
No, I would. My mum's always been a big fan of the kind of Victorian age silhouette style images. So I would do them in that style.
Very posh.
That's a very, very good answer. I'm going to let everybody down to say that I've not got a joke for this podcast. You'll be glad to know. I seem to be having a habit of telling a really bad joke, but I haven't thought of one up for nails.
And do you want to tell us what's the plan for Scottish Summit, or is it a secret?
Well, I will simply say that the nail design has to match the colour scheme of the summit, of the event, and the PowerPoints, ideally.
Oh, okay.
So if you know what the PowerPoints of Scottish Summit look like, if you know what the colour scheme is, you might have an idea, but we'll have to see if it works, because it's probably going to be the most adventurous to date.
Oh, okay. Nice. I like the mystery.
Teaser.
That's for sure.
I think the first time I met you, Sarah, you did my nails with MVP logos. I don't know if it's MVP logos or some sort of logo.
Yeah, well, it started off with trying to work out how to do MVP logos and MCT logos and project logos, and I printed them on the printer. and used water slide paper. I've even got a whole blog post about it. But then I found early this year this wonderful lady who lives local to me, who is just absolutely amazing. All of the ones I've posted this year have all been her freehand painting.
What?
Yeah.
Very precise, like very interesting.
And apparently I am her biggest challenge.
Until you take your mum in, sir.
I'm trying to take my mum in for that design. I might have to work on that one.
All right. Well, Sarah, we all know you. For the people that don't know you, what do you do in your daily role, both professionally or in the community?
Actually, the two are quite similar. I like to say my job is my hobby to a certain extent. So my day-to-day job is delivering training on Microsoft 365 products, which this year seems to be all something to do with AI. You might have heard this little thing, Copilot. I'm sure.
What is that?
Yeah, well, if you don't know now, you will do by the end of this year. I can promise you that. I've been focusing a lot on Copilot training, end user, but also looking at the purview and SharePoint requirements in your tenant around those. But so primarily training across the whole of the Microsoft 365 suite. I started in SharePoint. I've ended up in security and compliance with apps in the middle. And basically, I just love talking about the products and trying to help people understand them and get more out of them.
Yeah, it's an excellent place to be when you can make your hobby your job as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I'm doing a talk tomorrow at my local primary school, it's my wee boys' school, about being a solutions. That's Skills Day. So we're doing. I'm going to say what's the solution that day? What skills you need to be a solutions architect and Microsoft product stuff, and that I'm going to give them some homework. And like tell them the best thing about my job is just that I play all day with all the cool boys, and that's the homework, that task I'm going to set them, is just to go be inquisitive. We teach them the word inquisitive and then tell them to go and play, because I just have so much fun playing with stuff.
I just get to talk about the technology that I love, both in my day job and in the community stuff that we do. And in fact, the community is quite nice because there we're doing snippets, so I can get to focus on a short session on a particular feature or particular technology, maybe something I haven't had the opportunity to do training on so much, or a different angle. And then obviously helping people when they come back to you and say, what did you mean when you said that?
So you have a bit of aftercare after the training sessions as well, do you, Sarah?
Well, I mean, that is actually probably my biggest contribution, if you like, as an MVP, and where I spend most of my time is the continuing contact that I have with customers, with other trainers, with other people in the community who get in touch and ask questions. Now, obviously, we all know when you're working full time and you've got your community contributions, it can take a lot of your time. So I'm not the fastest response, but I do like to try and keep in touch with people.
That's excellent. So talking about Scottish Summit, we're doing a sort of past, present, future sort of question format. Have you got any tales from Scottish Summit past, either highlights, funny stories, or anything at all that you can tell us about Scottish Summit that you previously attended?
Well, I like to think of Scottish Summit as one of the most friendly summits you can go to. So if I look back over my kind of integration into the community, I really started getting involved in 2018, 2019. And I went to Scottish Summit as an attendee right at the beginning of 2020. And it was my first full tech community conference that I'd attended. And I was really nervous. I was terrified. And it was so friendly. I didn't feel like an outsider at all. You know, you walk into this big conference on your own. You're terrified. You don't know anyone. The people you do recognize, you look up to because they're huge figures in the community. And everyone was really friendly. And I thought, well, yeah, I want to do more here. I want to be more involved. Of course, COVID changed things for a year or so, but then I did get the opportunity to be involved in the virtual Scottish Summit. And then when we were back in person, I was there like a shot, and really lucky to be involved in speaking, a little bit of volunteering, and yeah, as I say, I credit Scottish Summit with giving me the confidence to give it a go.
I think that throughout the people that we had interviewed already, we found this pattern, and I think like I recognized the same feeling in myself when I started. I also was involved in the online, and then I had the opportunity to go live and like in person, and it was the same feeling. So I find it very heartwarming that we all feel the same towards an event that is so great.
And as a female speaker, there's one other thing that I really love about Scottish Summit. And it might seem very odd to say this, but I have to queue for the ladies. And I love the fact that I'm going to a technology event, and you can tell by the fact it's something that we notice, that it's not normal at a technology event to have to queue for the ladies. So it is lovely to see so many other females attending and speaking and getting involved as well. So I love the inclusiveness, and that's just one example.
Fantastic. Yeah, that Scottish Summit 2020, that was, I did the Dynamics 365 Saturday one before that as an attendee, and that blew my mind. That was one of my sort of 3 pivotal points of getting into the community. Then in 2020 I did the lanyards, so I got to meet just about everybody coming in. And I mean, there's some people coming in who I'd been following for years, and I was just starstruck. Like, oh, he just spoke to me. She just spoke to me. Almost like, I used to work in the cinema, and I used to meet loads of famous people in the bar in the cinema because the Edinburgh Film Festival used to be on. And I met Sean Connery, I met Kylie, and all this. And I'd never really been bothered with celebrity, but Scottish Summit 2020. That was like my celebrity. I was thinking, oh, should I ask?
It's true, isn't it? When you first start getting involved, meeting these figures, these well-known people in the community, it does feel very much like you're meeting the stars of the show. Yeah. And then the more you get involved, the more you realize how friendly everyone is, and then you start to get more involved and you start speaking. And it turns on its head, and people come to you as if you're the star of the show. And it makes you just realize how much people are perfectly normal. All of these wonderful, famous speakers, they're actually normal human beings.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head there, Sarah.
Definitely. Yeah, I think that the lanyards is the best excuse to get involved in the event, right? Because Rex, that was your experience. That was your experience, Patty.
Yeah.
To get in. Yeah. Good.
Still do it at a lot of events. Always
it's the perfect excuse to meet people, right?
Yeah, you get to meet every single person.
Yeah. Sarah, when it comes to the we have, of course, the Scottish Summit coming up. And what is your involvement in like this upcoming event? Would you like to share with us?
So I am speaking. I'm also volunteering and helping out with the organisation as much as I can, time permitting. So again, it's just more ways to be involved and more excuses to sit and chat to my friends on an evening sometimes.
Yeah, what are you most looking forward to on this edition?
Well, I'm absolutely fascinated to see the new venue and the energy of such a large event is going to be amazing. And couple that with the friendliness of Scottish Summit. I think it's going to be an absolutely fascinating event. But for me individually, I'm looking forward to meeting up with friends in the community and all the new friends I'm going to make, all the people I haven't yet met.
Yeah, and we're lucky that every edition we have more like new people coming.
Yeah,
there seems to be a whole new wave of new people every year, doesn't there? New speakers, new attendees, new volunteers. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah, this people love new speakers, and of course with the new venue, it's also bigger than the Union in Glasgow, so we'll get some more visitors. So let's see how that goes, because that's also something that needs to be taken in account, of course. But it's going to be awesome again.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing this year's crop of new speakers. I mean, Paddy, you were involved with me in the new speakers workshop we did at South Coast Summit last year. Rex, you were there as well. And it's actually a year since we ran the first one of those, a year today as we're recording this. And I was looking back at the photo from last year and seeing how many people are actually now speaking, and most of them actually spoke at Scottish Summit in Manchester last year from the event last May. And I'm really excited to see how many of the ones from October's event we're going to get this year. And it's just lovely to see them supporting each other as well. So
I think the impact of workshops such as that and programs such as that is so valuable to the community, because I always find it easier to teach people where I have sort of struggled in the past, and that's why I did the new speakers thing. I did it at Scottish Summit a few times as well, because I lacked self-confidence, and then you're teaching them how to speak, they're speaking to people, and then they're teaching people how to speak, and it's just the whole community just exponentially grows like that, and that's really what we want. We want to give back, and I think those workshops and sessions are really important in us passing it forward and growing the community even bigger.
Yeah, and it is also lovely to hear all those different voices, people coming from different backgrounds, giving different stories. It means those of us who are lucky enough to go to lots of events still have something new and exciting to hear, rather than it's just the same people who are lovely to listen to, but it's nice to have that variation in the content as well. So,
and that also has always been a strong point of Scottish Summit, of course, the new speakers. So that was also very nice every year.
Yeah, the commitment with the inclusivity and diversity, that's also one of the things that I'm super proud to about this Scottish Summit. Before we move on, Sara, are you also looking forward to the pub quiz?
Well, Anna, we may be both looking forward to the pub quiz for the same reason, because we're both on the championship team, and of course, a rematch is always welcome. It's a little bit early to start setting challenges to the other teams, but yeah, we're getting the trophy this year again.
How many times have you won now?
3.
Don't go there. Don't
all
go.
The editions. We won everything. Rex loves this story. He's very passionate about us winning, so I try to bring it up every time I can. Last time I got muted.
I do terrible every year because I don't plan it out properly. I don't have a team, and so I turn up at the last minute and I get put with some randoms, which is great because I get to meet new people. And the one at South Coast Summit, the last event, South Coast Summit, South Coast Summit was the last one I did. I went, and I'm terrible at quizzes. I mean, I am the worst at quizzes, any quizzes. I'm just not. My brain doesn't work that way. And about sort of after the second round, I went to the toilet and I came back and everything had gone. So I don't know if they moved the table because I was so bad.
Well, I will let you into a little secret, just a tiny little secret. It's all about teamwork.
Yeah.
And also I think that our team is highly competitive as well.
Have you got a spare place?
With a team captain that we have, I don't think we have a lot of choice. She's very good at motivating us to be competitive.
Yeah.
Maybe I could be the sort of spanner in the works if you've got a spare
we are
place
not
in your team.
accepting people.
And then I'll forget you.
Team.
Our team already have all of their tickets. The whole team has. The first thing we did when the tickets went live is made sure that our team all had their tickets for the quiz.
But you know that for me, that's different. In all the editions, I never bought the ticket. And I end up like someone from the team gives me the ticket. So I'm not going to do it differently this time. Someone that does not attend the pub, which was Mike a couple of times. He gave me his ticket and I was able to take part. So that happened every time. So I'm not going to change, right?
No.
If I change and I will lose.
You might change the look if you do that. Yeah.
We'll see.
Sorry, just a little bit of, brackets on this topic about being champions, but we can move on.
We've not got anything else to cover. Is there any more questions you've got for Sarah?
Well, I was wondering, you do a lot of sessions, you do a lot of volunteering. You also are going to be a volunteer again at this year's edition. What kind of volunteering do you like to do the most? So do you like the lanyards or, I don't know.
I hate to say it, but I'm a little bit bossy. So anything where I can organise people comes in really well. I usually, whether I'm officially volunteering at that or not, I somehow end up running around making sure people are where they should be, and organising folks. So if you don't want me to organise you, please don't ask me to volunteer at your event.
We're too late now, but we'll make it work.
Oh God.
Okay. Well, that's all from this episode of the Power Platform podcast. Where can we get tickets for Scottish Summit, Rex?
We can get the tickets at scottishsummit.com/tickets. And of course, we have tickets for the event itself. We have tickets for the pub quiz. And there is a wonderful drag show, which you can always also get tickets for. And there are still tickets available, so grab them while they're hot.
And the hashtag, Anna?
Oh my God, Scottish Summit 2024.
Yes, we got it.
You'll get it in the end.
So, I'm Paddy Burns. Sarah, do you want to say anything before you go? Where can we contact you? Where can we view your blogs, articles, find out what you're doing?
So the easiest way to find me is via social media, X or LinkedIn. I use my name on both, so I'm quite easy to find, as long as you can spell it the strange way I do, because no H on Sarah, but there's an AH on Fennah. Good luck.
You've rehearsed that. You've said that before, haven't you?
The road to Scottish Summit starts here. This is the Power Platform Podcast. Join Rex de Koning, Ana Inés Urrutia de Sousa, and Paddy Byrne as they talk to the Microsoft community about their stories.